is your business all about your expertise? What I mean by this is it your smarts, your knowledge, your experience, your wisdom that you have inside of you that is the powerhouse behind your business? Well, I've been running an expert business assessment that I'm just pulling up here on screen. And what I'm seeing is for expert business owners, there are 5 steps. And it's great that if you want to do this, snap the QR code by all means and see where you're at in your expert business. But what I'm going to share with you right now in this episode is what are those 5 steps to really scale your expert business and, with the knowledge you already have. You don't need to do more accreditations, even if they're CPD. Don't do them. You don't need them. You don't need to do more official qualifications and assessments. My bet is you've got everything you need in your business right now. The expert business assessment has shown that as I've engaged with hundreds and hundreds of expert business owners, that what really needs to happen is there's these 5 stages that we go through. So when you're listening here today, and I've got a few people here listening in, is think about, have I gone through all these 5 steps in my business? Am I ambitious? Am I smart? Do I want to serve to many? And what I mean by that is move beyond just serving one-to-one in bespoke services. So it's really important for you to, when you're wanting to expand that time in your week and really start working in your business, is we need to snap into how can I get more effective? How can I start serving? And there are 5 ways. So hang tight. I'm going to take you through each one of these right now. So the 5 steps, I've got a lovely little diagram that is up here on screen just to keep us on track. Now, the first step is yourself. As the expert, everything starts with you. This is why Simon Sinek says it starts with your why. He's talking about the motivation that you have behind what you do. What is your passion? What's your prowess? But equally, what's your personality? Because we need to start with you before we look to scaling your expert business. Because otherwise you'll be creating something that isn't sustainable. If you try and do the shoulds, the coulds, the woulds, all that stuff, it won't work. I promise you. There's enough different options out there in the world that mean you don't need to do anything you should be doing. Everything you've been doing should be based on yourself. So we need to work out what makes you tick, what fuels your ambition to grow your business and play that bigger game. So that is step 1. Now, next on this is your premise. This is the critical step you need to put in place before you make courses, before you make memberships, before you make 1,000,001 mini offers. If you don't understand your premise, and this is your signature solution, it's like this big colourful umbrella that goes above you in your business. Because if you're anything like me, you're multi-passionate, you might well be neurodivergent as well. You have lots and lots and lots of ideas. But to make it understandable for you and your clients is we need to bring it down to a premise. Now, this is a statement. In my world, I call it the sun statement. And the sun statement defines what it is you hang your hat on for everyone in your world to understand. It's specifically what you want to be known for. It's a statement that becomes the backbone of your business. Off it, everything else happens. So if you want to create marketing, we look to your premise. If you want to create a course, we look to your premise. If you want to be interviewed, we look to your premise as to what to talk about. For me, my premise is defining your signature solution is the most powerful way to create a powerful, profitable, scalable business aligned to you. Now that is step 2, is really understanding your premise. And this can quite often take anything between an hour to a month to work through. And it depends whether you've got expert support on this or whether you're trying to figure it out alone. To be honest, if you're figuring it out alone, it might take a year or even more, because it's one of those things that when you have an expert eyes looking at you, they can help you figure it out faster. Now, the third step to building your expert business to serve many is art. You might be going, I'm no artist, Susanna. Why are you talking about art here? Well, the truth of the matter is visuals really do say 1,000 words. Visuals stick a concept in our brain. They make it shareable, they make it teachable, they make it understandable. And once you have a visual covering your premise, again, everything else can leap from this. And it's really important that you understand what your frameworks are for your business. So yes, there's lots of templates out there that you could pick and plop your stuff in front of. But unless you've thought it through and aligned it with your branding and everything else you do, again, it's going to be a bit of a damp squid. And the other point is when we make your premise and turn it visual into the art, we're making it more shareable. We're also hopefully making you more excited to start sharing this far more, because we don't want your unique signature solution to be stuck in the basement like the Mona Lisa, as if nobody is worth seeing her. We want to bring her into the light and let her see it. And if you're introverted like me, a huge advantage of having visuals is this is what we're talking about. We're not talking about me, the amazing expert that I am. No, I am, honestly, but I don't like talking about myself. It's not my natural modus operandi. However, I know I can take you through this process. It normally takes 6 months of work, but if you're there and you're actioning it, we can take you through that. And there's lots of elements involved, which particularly when we get to step number 4, which is talking about relevance. So relevance is all about creating relevant offers for your services. Really in the heart of your business. It's like, what do you want to get known for? And they've got to be linked back to your premise. That is super important too. So do you have a premise? Do you have a premise? Do you have some visuals linked to it? Do you have offers that bring all this together? Because every single step, they are building blocks along the way. And if you don't have the blocks, it will all come tumbling down at some point. You might be lucky. So far, it might not be there. But I promise you, at some point, it will fall down, particularly when you're looking to scale. And this is why we want relevant offers. And now an offer can be anything from a mini download, a mini course, a template. It could be a done-for-you course. It could be a self-led hybrid training where you're getting on calls with Q&As. It could be a membership. It could be events in person. It could be retreats once a year. It could be a networking club or society where you just gather, or a mastermind group. All of these are offers you can provide in your service business. But you don't need to do them all. It's exhausting. It's overwhelming, isn't it? Just thinking about it. We build them one at a time. And the really important place to start is your signature offer. This is the offer at the heart of your business. It's the higher ticket offer as well. It's the one where you're more actively engaged in. You're passionate about helping people get from A to B in this space. And its relevance is you've got it linked to your bigger premise, step 2, which is linked to yourself, step 1. And then we visualized it all in step 3. So once we've gone through all these processes and we know why you're doing the things, what your beliefs, your perspective, what you stand for, your unique signature solution is, we've visualized it in a way that is teachable, shareable, understandable, then we've created relevant offers at the right price points and packaged up to sell. Then we move into the K, the last step, which is kudos. So to sell to many, you need kudos. That means it's that trust piece. Know, like, trust. You've all heard that, I am sure, because I'm not talking to absolute beginners, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Instead, I've got to build that know, like, trust. And that's the kudos piece. It's about growing your authority, elevating your brand. And how you start doing this is becoming really focused on what you're saying and sharing. And back in time to the premise, that is what you get known for. That is what you're talking about. So when you write articles for magazines and newspapers, you get interviewed on podcasts, on the radio. When you write your book, when you step up on stages and share your message with the world, then you are building the kudos. And then you're having people come into your world and go, how can I work with this person? I love their energy and I want them to come and support me. And this is where that we're really looking at igniting your authority in the ticker tape below, expanding your impact and monetizing your wisdom. So these are the 5 steps to building your expert business to serve to many. And have you got all these 5 nailed right now in your business? I would be quite surprised, to be honest, if you did. And if you don't and you want to know where you're at, go back to the Expert Business Assessment. The link is below the video as well. And let's see where you're at right now and which of these elements you need to focus on right now. I've even brought it down into 3 simple focus areas at the end, which is your signature solution. We absolutely need to start there because I reckon the self-work, yes, it helps doing it with someone, but quite often you've done that in 1,000,001 other programs you've already brought. Let's be real here. It's not your first rodeo, to use the expression I picked up when I used to live in Idaho in the US, is like you know about yourself. You've done that work, but have you got the signature solution? Most people I know come across them missing that. The other thing you need is those compelling offers, the scalable offers. Are they relevant? Are they really connected with you and your business? Let's get those sorted. And thirdly, the distinctive content. That is the piece that's going to grow the kudos. But my Expert Business Assessment, totally free, takes under 5 minutes to do and will give you a 3-part report at the end that will really show you where you need to focus right now. And you're very welcome to go back and take it again in another 3 months. See how you've improved. And in 6 months. And if you're trying to do it all on your own and you're not improving, reach out. You know where I am. My name is Susanna Reay, and I am your chief spark for your business. I motivate ambitious, smart business owners running their service-based businesses who are looking to scale and serve to group programs, on stages, write books. But we all do that by starting with defining our signature solution. I am a signature solution strategist, a visual strategist and an online business mentor who've been working in this space for over 22 years. So I kind of get what everything is about, and you get the colourful twist when you sign up with me. But let's start with a business assessment. See you there.